Hello and welcome. Today I want to speak about something that can protect your peace, your dignity, your focus, and your future. The things you should not share too early, too freely, or with the wrong people. In a world where people overshare everything, it can be easy to forget the value of privacy. But not everything in your life needs to be announced. Not every thought needs to be exposed. Not every plan needs to be discussed before it is ready. And not every emotion needs to be handed over to people who may not know how to handle it. This lesson is not about becoming secretive in a harmful way. It is not about becoming cold, suspicious, or disconnected from others. It is about wisdom. It is about learning that some things become weaker when they are exposed too early to the wrong audience. Some things need protection while they are growing. Some things need silence while they are forming. Some things need time before they are shared. And that is what we are going to talk about today. We are going to look at 5 important things that should not be shared carelessly. Not because you are hiding, but because you are protecting your peace. Not because you are afraid, but because you are wise. Not because you are closed, but because you understand that privacy is power. Let us begin with this truth. People do not all listen with the same heart. Some people listen with care. Some listen with envy. Some listen with criticism. Some listen with curiosity, but no real support. Some listen only to compare. Some listen only to repeat what they heard. And some listen only to find weakness. That is why you cannot treat everyone as a safe place for your inner world. Just because someone is around you does not mean they deserve access to everything about you. Now, let us talk about the first thing you should not share with everyone: your future plans. Your plans are valuable while they are still growing. Not every dream needs a crowd. Not every goal needs public discussion. Not every idea needs to be exposed before it has strength. When you share your plans too early with the wrong people, you may invite doubt, discouragement, comparison, or unnecessary pressure. Some people will not support you. Some will misunderstand you. Some will try to make your dreams sound unrealistic. Some will ask questions that weaken your confidence before you even begin. That is why it is often wise to keep your plans private until they are ready. Work quietly. Build steadily. Prepare carefully. Let your results speak when the time is right. You do not need to announce every move. You do not need to explain every step. You do not need everyone's opinion while you are still forming the idea. A plan is like a seed. A seed is powerful, but only if it is planted, protected, watered, and allowed to grow. If you keep exposing the seed before it is strong, it can be damaged. In the same way, some of your goals need quiet while they develop. They need your focus more than they need public attention. Now, let us talk about why this matters emotionally. When you tell too many people about your plans, you can begin to feel pressure to perform before you are ready. You may start looking for approval instead of progress. You may start measuring your value by whether people believe in your idea. And if they do not, your motivation can weaken. But if you keep some plans to yourself, you give your dream a cleaner space to grow. This does not mean you never ask for help. It means you choose carefully who gets access. You choose people who are wise, mature, and trustworthy. Not everyone needs the same level of information. Sometimes one supportive person is more valuable than 20 casual opinions. Now, let us move to the second thing you should not share carelessly: your deepest weaknesses. Every human being has weak areas. Everyone has fears, insecurities, habits, emotional triggers, and private struggles. But not everyone deserves to know your most vulnerable parts. There is a difference between healthy honesty and reckless exposure. Healthy honesty builds trust. Reckless exposure can leave you open to misuse. If you tell the wrong people about your weakness, they may use it against you. They may minimize it. They may mock it. They may repeat it to others. Or they may use it later in a way that harms your peace. That is why discernment matters. Vulnerability is a gift, but it must be given wisely. Now, let us be clear. This does not mean you should never open up to anyone. Of course, you should have safe people. Of course, you should seek support when needed. Of course, healing often requires honest conversation. But wisdom asks, who is safe for this level of truth? Not everyone is. A wise person learns to distinguish between privacy and isolation. Privacy protects. Isolation hurts. Privacy means you choose carefully. Isolation means you shut everyone out. Those are not the same thing. The goal is not to hide from life. The goal is to protect what is sacred until it is ready to be shared. Now, let us talk about the third thing you should not share too quickly: your personal pain. Pain is real. Loss is real. Disappointment is real. Confusion is real. But not every person deserves immediate access to your pain. Some people are not equipped to support you. Some will offer shallow advice. Some will turn your pain into gossip. Some will use your vulnerability to control the conversation. Some will pretend to care, but secretly enjoy being in the middle of your struggle. That is why emotional privacy is important. When you are hurting, choose your words carefully and choose your listeners carefully. There is wisdom in speaking to the right person at the right time in the right way. Not every wound needs a public audience. Not every tear needs to be explained to everyone. Not every difficult season needs to become a shared performance. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is sit quietly with your pain until you understand what it is teaching you. Sometimes you need reflection before explanation. Sometimes you need healing before discussion. Sometimes you need silence before speech. Now let us talk about what pain often needs most: processing. Now let us move to the fourth thing you should not share with everyone: your finances. Money is one of the most personal areas of life, and sharing too much about it can create unnecessary problems. Whether you have a lot or a little, your financial details are not always for public discussion. If you are doing well, unnecessary talk can attract envy, pressure, or unrealistic expectations. If you are struggling, too much disclosure can attract judgment, pity, or unwanted advice. In both cases, privacy helps protect your peace. You do not need to tell everyone how much you earn, how much you save, how much you spend, how much you owe, or what you plan to buy. Share only when it is necessary, appropriate, and safe. Financial wisdom includes verbal wisdom. Some money problems become bigger because too many people know too much about them. Some opportunities become harder because your plans were spoken too early to the wrong ears. This does not mean you must be ashamed of your financial situation. It simply means you should be prudent. Keep some matters private. Handle your money with seriousness. Build quietly. Save quietly. Improve quietly. Let your financial growth become visible in the right way, at the right time. Money can also reveal character in people around you. When others know too much, they may begin to treat you differently. Some may expect more from you. Some may ask for help too often. Some may judge your choices. Some may become competitive. That is why discretion matters. Financial boundaries are a form of self-respect. Now, let us talk about the fifth thing you should not share too freely: your private spiritual life and inner convictions. Your deepest beliefs, your values, your prayers, your convictions, and your personal growth are precious. They should be shared with care. Not everyone will understand them. Not everyone will respect them. Some people will mock what is sacred to you. Some will argue only to dominate. Some will act as if your beliefs are an invitation for ridicule. That is why wisdom is needed here too. When something is sacred to you, protect it. You can be open and respectful without exposing everything to everyone. You do not need to explain your inner life to people who are committed to misunderstanding it. You do not need to defend every conviction in every conversation. You do not need to make your inner world a public debate. This is especially important in a noisy world where many people treat private values like public entertainment. Not everything meaningful needs to be debated. Not everything sacred needs to be performed. Sometimes your deepest strength grows best in quietness. Now let us pause and ask a bigger question. Why is privacy so powerful? Privacy is powerful because it protects concentration. It protects dignity. It protects growth. It protects the process. When too many people know too much too soon, your mind can become scattered. You begin managing everyone else's opinions instead of building your life. But when you practice thoughtful privacy, you can move with more clarity and less distraction. Privacy also protects your emotional energy. Every person you explain yourself to takes some energy. Every opinion you absorb takes some energy. Every unnecessary conversation takes some energy. If you are not careful, You can become mentally exhausted by talking too much about things that should have remained protected. Wise people learn to conserve their energy. Now, let us discuss something very important. Not sharing everything is not the same as living in fear. Sometimes people confuse wisdom with secrecy. They think if you keep something private, you are being dishonest. That is not true. You can be honest without being exposed. You can be kind without being open to everyone. You can have boundaries without being cold. You can choose discretion without becoming deceptive. Healthy privacy is not about hiding wrong. It is about protecting what is right. It is about understanding that some things need time before public discussion. Some things need trust before disclosure. Some things need maturity before sharing. Now, let us go deeper into the emotional reasons people overshare. Sometimes people overshare because they want connection. They want to be understood. They want validation. They want relief. They want someone to carry what feels heavy. And these desires are human. But the problem is that not every person can give what you need. If you keep sharing your deepest things with people who cannot hold them, you may end up more hurt than helped. That is why discernment matters. Ask yourself, does this person show maturity? Do they keep confidence? Do they care about my well-being? Do they respect boundaries? Have they proven themselves trustworthy over time? Those questions can help you decide what to share and what to protect. Now let us talk about timing. Sometimes something is worth sharing, but not yet. Timing changes everything. A message shared too early can be misunderstood. A plan shared too early can be weakened. A weakness shared too quickly can be mishandled. A success shared too soon can attract unnecessary pressure. Timing is part of wisdom. A mature person knows how to wait. They know how to prepare before speaking. They know how to let things mature in silence. They know that not everything needs immediate announcement. Some things grow better in hidden places before they are ready to stand in the light. Now, let's talk about the social pressure to overexpose your life. Today, many people feel like they must explain everything, post everything, and share everything. If they are happy, they share it. If they are sad, they share it. If they are working, they share it. If they are eating, they share it. If they are planning, they share it. If they are hurting, they share it. And while there is nothing wrong with appropriate sharing, too much exposure can make life feel noisy and fragile. You do not need to turn every chapter of your life into public content. Some chapters are meant for growth, not display. Some chapters need to be lived before they are spoken about. Some chapters are too tender to be handed out carelessly. Now, let us talk about wisdom in relationships. Healthy relationships are not built on total openness with everyone. They are built on trust, respect, time, and consistency. The more trust grows, the more appropriate sharing becomes. But trust must be earned, not assumed. If someone has shown carelessness with other people's secrets, they are probably not a safe place for yours. If someone is always gossiping, they may gossip about you too. If someone is always turning private matters into stories, be careful. A wise person does not just ask, "Can I tell this person?" They ask, "Should I?" That question can save a lot of pain. Now, let us talk about self-control. The ability to hold something private until the right time is a form of self-control. It means you are not ruled by impulse. You do not speak just because you feel like speaking. You do not reveal just because you feel emotionally intense. You do not post just because you want instant attention. You have learned that restraint is strength. That strength matters because many regrets begin with too much talking. A careless word can travel far. A private detail can be repeated. A vulnerable confession can be misunderstood. Once spoken, words cannot be taken back. That is why cautious speech is an act of self-protection. Now, let us look at the deeper side of these 5 things. These 5 areas are not about fear alone. They are about stewardship. You are a steward of your dreams, your heart, your resources, your convictions, and your privacy. A steward protects what has been placed in their care. That is the real idea here. So, let us review the 5 things. Your future plans, your deepest weaknesses, your personal pain, your finances, your private convictions, and inner life. These are not things to shout to the world. They are things to guard with wisdom. Now let us talk about what happens when you do not protect these areas. When you share plans too freely, you may lose focus. When you share weaknesses too freely, you may get hurt. When you share pain too freely, you may become exposed to people who do not care. When you share finances too freely, you may invite pressure or envy. When you share your inner convictions too freely, you may invite unnecessary conflict or disrespect. That does not mean no one should ever know these things. It means not everyone should know them. There is a difference. Now, let us talk about maturity. A mature person does not need to broadcast every part of their life to feel real. They understand that quiet progress is still progress. Hidden growth is still growth. Silent healing is still healing. The world does not need access to every process in your life. You can grow without performing. You can succeed without oversharing. You can heal without turning your wounds into public property. This is especially important when you are in a season of building. If you are working on something meaningful, give it room. Protect it. Nurture it. Do not feed it too many voices. The fewer unnecessary opinions you invite, the clearer your own voice becomes. Now, let us talk about peace. Peace often requires selective silence. Not all silence is hiding. Some silence is rest. Some silence is wisdom. Some silence is protection. When you learn not to tell everyone everything, you reduce unnecessary emotional traffic in your life. That frees your mind. That lowers stress. That helps you hear your own thoughts more clearly. And in a world full of noise, clarity is a gift. Now, let us address one possible misunderstanding. Some people may think this message means they should trust nobody. That is not the message. The message is to trust wisely. There are safe people. There are healthy relationships. There are wise mentors. There are supportive friends. There are places where openness is healing and appropriate. The point is not total secrecy. The point is discernment. Discernment means you know when to speak, what to say, how much to say, and to whom. That is wisdom. Now, let us talk about practical application. From today, before sharing something important, pause and ask, why am I sharing this? Who is this person to me? Have they earned this level of trust? Will sharing this help or harm me? Is this the right time? These simple questions can protect you from a lot of unnecessary trouble. Now let us talk about what to do instead of oversharing. Build quietly. Journal privately. Plan carefully. Heal intentionally. Save discreetly. Grow patiently. Share selectively. Trust gradually. That rhythm can change the way you live. And now let us bring everything together. Not everyone needs access to your future. Not everyone deserves your deepest weakness. Not everyone can handle your pain. Not everyone should know your finances. Not everyone should hear your sacred inner life. That is not secrecy. That is wisdom. When you learn to protect what matters, your life becomes stronger. Your mind becomes calmer. Your dreams become safer. Your heart becomes less exposed. Your energy becomes more focused. You become more intentional, more grounded, and more self-respecting. So remember this: silence can be strength, and privacy can be protection. You do not have to tell everybody everything. In fact, sometimes the wisest thing you can do is keep certain things close, let them grow, and share them only when the time is right. Thank you for staying with me through this message. If this video spoke to you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment the word wisdom so I know you value a more protected and peaceful life. Keep going, keep growing, and remember this: the right things shared with the right people at the right time can change everything, but not everything should be shared with everyone.